Well, welcome back to Sean's Guitars. This will be Blues for Beginners Part 2. Now, per Blues for Beginners Part 1, y'all were going to work on your A7 and your D7 and your E7 chords, and then your blues scale, your A blues scale at the 5th fret. So jumping right in, if you have your A7 chord, then you quick change to D7, and then 2 bars of A7. Measure 4 is 2 bars of D7, and 5, and then 2 bars of A7, 2 bars of E7, measure 9, measure 10 is D7, measure 11 is A7, and the turnaround measure be E7. So you notice you got your second finger on each of those chords. Well, what we're going to do is take the A7 and replace that second finger with the first finger, and we're going to add a shuffle feel to it. We're just going to play what's called a 5 chord, but we're going to add the 6. We're going to shuffle from the 5 to the 6, playing the open A for the A7 chord, and then the E, and then the F sharp in its place. Just 2 strings, the 5th and the 4th string. When you get comfortable with that pattern, get your pinky up to that G so you have a 7. 5, 6, 5, 6, E, F sharp, G is 7. Just playing the 5th and 4th strings. Now we're going to go to the D7 chord. We're going to do the same thing and replace this second finger with our first finger and play the same fingering pattern. We're just playing for 5, 6, and 7 on the A7 chord. And add that 7 on the C. And go back to the A. Same thing. E7 chord and do the same thing. Replace this second finger with your first finger. Get used to doing 5, 6, B, C sharp. 7 is D natural. Then go back to the A. Cool. So now we have I didn't do quick changes, stayed on the A. Now the D, back to the A, the E, D, A. Right, so you can practice your blues scale with that now. Now the next part to that would be we're going to harmonize in sixths. This same pattern. We're going to play this A and E and put third finger down on F sharp. But now when we hit the A chord, which we can hit the whole A bar chord with our first finger now, because that finger's there anyhow. Going to put the third finger on F sharp like I would normally. I'll put my second finger on D. Do that till you're comfortable with it. Perspective on this, sorry. Now when you've got that down, slide your third finger up a fret. Put your pinky on the 5th fret also on the 2nd string. We're kind of muting the 3rd string. So we got what looks like a D chord here over A. It's like a gospel-y D chord over an A chord. An A chord and then a D over A. And then we walk up to the 7 and a 5. We're muting the third string because it's the same note as the fourth string anyhow. And we have the second string, E. Now we're going to go to the D7 chord, and we're going to grab the whole D7 chord this time. And we're going to, instead of reaching our pinky up to that B, reaching a third finger up to the B because it's holding part of the chord, we're going to harmonize that by playing the D7 and then grabbing something that looks like a G chord. So the second string is muted. Grabbing the B and the G of a G chord over a D, open string D, D7, D, A, C, F sharp, D, B, dead string, G. Then we're going to slide up to the 7 and the 5 of the D. Second finger slides from B to C, third finger goes on the A, 5th fret, while we're hitting the open D string. Back to the A7 chord. So we got E7 chord, and we're going to grab the whole E7 chord. And we're going to slide that first finger up to A. Instead of our hand was like this for the first part of it. Now since we're harmonizing it, we're grabbing the whole E7 chord. Slide your first finger up to A, put your third finger on C sharp, and your fourth string D is dead. So you got E, C sharp, and A. So it's like an A over E chord. Slide your third finger up to the 5th string D, second finger on the 3rd string B. So we got now the next direction we can go with this newfound shuffle pattern. You know, we've been droning off open bass strings. Open A string, open D string, and open A string, open E string. Well, so now suddenly we want to play that same kind of feel, but we don't have open strings. Say we're playing in the key of B flat. So we're going to turn this shape into a bar chord. Instead of playing open A, we're going to turn that into a bar chord. So let's say we have B flat and a third finger on F. And we can do the same thing with the pinky. We just can't ever work. Most mere mortals can't reach up to that 7. that pinky's already reaching 2 frets. So here we have the 1 and the 5 and the 6. 2 strings. We're starting right now on the 6th string and the 5th string. 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. There's a B flat. Well, a B flat power chord that we're playing like a shuffle feel. 5 to 6, shuffle from 5 to 6. Now we're going to go to an E flat, just pull that same power chord shape down 1 string. Go back to B flat. Now we're going to move up 2 frets and a string. So E flat was E flat and B flat. We're going to move from F to F and C. 5, 6, back to the 4 chord, 5, 6, 5, 6, back to the 1 chord, B flat, F, 5, 6, 5, 6. Now, if this seems familiar, it's because what Chuck Berry did was he used precisely that same form. He just didn't shuffle it. We've been playing 1 to 2 to 1 to 2 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, 1, 2 to 3 to 4 to 1. We've been shuffling each beat. 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 and to 1 and to 2 and to 3 and to 4 and to. Chuck Berry went back to straight 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Well, I hope that's helpful in your journey, your odyssey, if you will, to become a blues guitarist. If so, please hit like and subscribe and check out Sean'sGuitarist.com. I'll probably do one more video on Blues for Beginners. We'll call it Blues for Beginners 3, and it'll cover creative ways of getting from chord to chord, some fill and solo cliches, as well as some turnarounds and intros. Until next time, God bless, and before you get impatient with your front of house, make sure you've plugged into the input, not the headphone jack of your line 6. How about if I get my guitar in frame? Would that help?